The Monolith from 2001: A Space Odyssey stars as Dominic Toretto, a character who, just like the Monolith from 2001, is rather large and communicates exclusively in a tone that causes audible distress to all those who can hear it.
God, you're so beautiful. God, she's so beautiful. Am I right or wrong? Look at her friends. How am I supposed to do this anyway?
The first film in the series follows undercover cop Point Brian, a surfer, street racer, who, like most cops, loves nothing more than a good race war with his buddies. When Brian infiltrates Vin Diesel's street racing family, he soon discovers they're behind the greatest American heist since Heat, hijacking multiple VHS and DVD players. The fact that it opens with like a glimpse inside the cargo hold, and it's like them locking up the crown jewels, and it's just Panasonic DVD players.
Yeah, it did make me chuckle.
And then Vin Diesel says, "Just one more of these and we'll have enough to retire."
Oh my god.
And I'm like, fucking it, you gotta live like kings off fucking DVD players.
I know DVD players back in the day were, a bit more expensive than they are now, but not loads.
It wasn't retirement money.
No.
You weren't thinking, I can retire in my 30s. Because I sold a cargo hold of DVD players.
That's that line when it's like a picture of sitting on a beach in Mexico, and then like 6 weeks later they come back. That was a good holiday.
Yeah. Shall we steal some more DVD players?
That's what they meant by long vacation, 6 weeks. All the money's gone now.
I've got a new heist. This one will really set us up for life. There's a cargo shipment of Zune players coming in next week. I've got a cargo shipment of Kindle readers coming to this dock tomorrow.
We've landed the motherload. A truckload of PlayStation 2s.
Yeah. We've got a busload of Dreamcasts coming in.
Yeah. We're building up to that Best Buy heist.
Oh, man.
Sorry. And then there's an international caper where they decide to take down Curry's PC World.
We made it away with 7 gateway computers.
I used to have a gateway computer. It was shit.
This bad boy can hold 20 gigabyte.
Oh my god.
So, Andy, I will come straight out and say I am a die-hard fan of the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Oh dear.
And by that, I mean I like about 3 of them. The rest of them, they're just films I've seen. But yes, I am a die-hard fan. I will watch every single Fast and Furious film that comes my way. And yeah, that's on me. So yeah, comparing that to Fast and Furious 9, or Fast 9, I think it's called F9, the Fast Saga.
Fast Saga. It takes itself so seriously at times.
Yeah.
Especially with the Vin Diesel side of the film.
What, you mean one of the 4 writers involved in this film didn't inject it with some comedy?
Yeah, anytime Vin Diesel is on the screen, that's when the film doesn't work.
Yes.
It's quite funny that it's a Vin Diesel starring vehicle, and the bits where the film doesn't really work is when he's like the main focus.
Well, it's funny you say that anytime that he isn't on the screen, because I've written in my notes that, and you might not get this reference, but I do get big Poochie vibes from this film, which is a reference to The Simpsons when they introduced Poochie to Itchy and Scratchy. One of the things that Homer Simpson says that he wants to add to amend the character is he says, and when Dominic Toretto isn't on screen, all of the other characters should be asking, where's Dom? And it's like, the film has that element where, like, when he's not on the screen, all the other characters just stand around mythologizing Dominic Toretto. And it does feel like it's written by Vin Diesel in that way, like he's his own script editor.
I was so bored.
Yeah.
It's a really boring film because there's no weight to anything, no stakes to anything. You know, the only thing this film's missing is a fucking blue light in the sky. They're saving that for the next one.
They are, yeah.
It's so fucking dull.
Even the setup of that scene, though, where Vin gets his chance to fight all of these guys, it's clearly something that Vin's just added onto the script, because you have this moment where it's established that they've brought the magnets, these powerful magnets, into their lair, into their Caspian Sea lair.
How the fuck they got them from Edinburgh to the Caspian Sea is anyone. There's no scenes of anyone travelling.
They know a guy who can transport cargo. They hid them amongst these DVD players. You have this moment where somebody turns, like, they've been all captured, they're being held at gunpoint, and then somebody turns on the magnet, it pulls all the guns off them, but it also pulls the pins out of the grenades, and everybody says run, and they run away to the next room. That was clearly supposed to be where an explosion was, and it rocks the foundations of whatever room they're in next, and Vin goes down with the walkway, whereas everybody else gets away. I think that was how that scene was supposed to play out, but Vin was like, no, it has to be smoke grenades, and then I get to fight 6 guys.
Yeah.
And I get so angry that I pull away these concrete pillars with my bare hands. And then the walkway falls on me, but it's okay, because I'm the fucking Hulk. It feels like it's written by like a 13-year-old.
Yeah, the other thing as well, you can't buy him in the action sequences. One, because he's like 50 odd, and 2, you can very much tell that his workout regime restricts his movement.
Yes.
Because you can tell that he's someone who uses fixed weights because he's so top heavy and stiff.
Have you seen him when he runs?
No.
Every now and again he runs, and he looks delicate. It looks like he's wobbling on his legs a little bit.
Look, I've always been told when I used to go to the gym, if you see someone who, you know,
For somebody that doesn't work out, Andy, you do spend a lot of time at the gym talking to buff dudes.
Well, you know, hanging out of the water fountain.
Have they just opened that Turkish bathhouse near you?
They do a very good treatment.
Yeah, the Travolta special.
Yeah. But yeah, he's incredibly stiff.
I bet he is.
Well,
Smoke.
F9, it tries to do what Mission Impossible Fallout did,
Yes, it is, yeah.
in that it tries to bring quite a lot of these past elements together and kind of be a bit of a celebration of the franchise, but does it so badly. Mm-hmm. I mean, right down to the fact that they have Charlize Theron's character, Cypher. She's the, what's the character in Mission Impossible called?
Yeah, the Sean Harris character.
But the fact that he's in a Perspex box, it's the same fucking idea.
Where is she shitting?
No idea. What's going on with her hair, man?
I know, yeah, she looks like she walked into a fucking hairdresser's and put down a picture of a bell end and went,
Well, it's
I
like the
want that- I
classic
want that
bowl
look.
cut, isn't it?
yeah.
It's like just a,
What do you want? I want a fringe. Okay, and what else do you want? No. I just want a fringe the whole way round. Just Fryer took me, bad boy.
she filmed on that one set for about 2 days for this film.
Of course you did.
Totally did.
Gotta be kidding me.
The funny thing is, the thing I can compare this the most to is the movie within a movie in Last Action Hero.
Oh, God, yeah.
This is like those Jack Slater films.
It's a Jack Slater film, yeah.
And the thing is, it makes the Jack Slater films in Last Action Hero feel rather quaint and conservative.
They do.
The fact that, you know, if you'd shown someone who the people who made Last Action Hero, if you'd shown them what, you know, films are like now with a film like F9,
What the modern day action blockbuster looks like.
they'd be like, we're not writing a satire anymore.
Yeah, we need to go bigger.
We'd go bigger, yeah. That it reminded me so much of that, and just for me, like the ridiculous use of CG in the action sequences,
Yeah.
and the lack of physics, and the low stakes of zero stakes of anything going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it got to the point in the last sequence where the only stakes were for the background extras, because fuck
Yeah.
knows how many people got injured or killed.
Oh, yeah, the collateral damage was through the roof.
Yeah, in the collateral damage and the use of those electromagnets.
Even in the other films, one thing that, like, you look at the Fast and the Furious and you look at, there's other films in the series as well, where they kind of make a point that taking a life, specifically for Vin Diesel's character Dom, him taking a life is a big deal. That loss of control, because of what happened in his past where he lost control and he nearly beat a man to death. He nearly does it again with The Rock, and it's like, it's a moment where it means something to him and he realizes he's lost his way a little bit. And in this film, he's so, like, brazen about fucking up bitches. Like, he picks that dude up and just, like, snaps his back. And
Yeah.
he's throwing guys off this walkway that's about 6 stories high. And, you know,
fucking
he's just
Bane.
like, I'm breaking necks at left, right, and centre. I'm driving over bitches in the street. He doesn't give a shit. He does, and it's like that kind of, like, character inconsistency always gets on, like, it always gets on my nerves, because it shows, like, bigger isn't always better, and bigger can also betray who the character is. No, and I'm not saying that this is, Vin Diesel's Dominic Toretto is a protected character, a character we must protect at all costs. I don't give a shit. But they're not even staying true to their own rules that they've set up in the series.
No.
And this is the film that really breaks that for me.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Okay, so that's all we have time for on our latest episode of Popcorn Digest. Do check out our full podcast for the full episode review. And join us next time. But until then, I've been Gareth.
And I've been Vin Diesel's bald head.
What are you going to say, ball sack? And thank you for listening.